Hi, everyone. I hope you're doing well. And as we are opening a huge part of transition on the earth that will never, ever return. So here is your chance, your footprint that is opening up in what is termed the phoenix rising, the rising from the ashes, the fire element coming all the way, rising from the mud, rising from the water, rising from the air engines. The fire will come through just about everything. And so I have the light coatings here ready for you for that bigger transition from now till the end of December, making the bridge into 2026. And the most important light codes I will bring through the Eye of the Divine with that new Oracle deck. They are going to define what is important for you, what is there to pay attention to, and then really getting to know, to understand why you came down on the airplane, but also getting to know that the spiral all the way up back into the divine while it's merging with this earth plane, so termed light earth, merging with the light realm, it quite naturally squeezes everything that was the old betrayal system, the old way of thinking, the old way of doing. And so that was everything set in separation. So here we are opening up these new avenues for everybody to pertain. The new light codes, they rise far beyond geometrical patterns because that also pertains to the old system, and new patterns created like a architectural construction that are light codes are coming to the forefront like every day. And these light codes, when you incorporate them, when you breathe them through, when you become the colors, when you become the mathematics within them, when you become one with these particular color waves, like you can see in the back of the scenes, this is the age of the spiritual body rising into the phoenix. It needs the blue Buddha configurations, alignments. It is the blue way on a universal, intergalactic, omni-universal level. And when that opens up, we can truly face our own truth, readjust our own truth, and set our record straight. For anybody willing to set their record straight, I would invite you to allow the frequencies that are now coming through. So let me pull 3 cards, set them in for 2 months, and really, although I will come out with new codes every week, you can apply. So this is so accurate. That is the number 2. The number 2 is your grounding. We can see a triangle. That is actually a feathered structure around blue and white flames coming through, and it carries actually the triple embodiment that moves crystalline Christ consciousness into Buddha consciousness, opens up the portal into the phoenix that has the purple way coming with the spiritual body. The spiritual body in universal level is triangular, moving all the way into magical stardom. And so we will come back to that, as I will just take another card here. Oh, that is more accurate. That is the purple triangle. You know, these cards are so actual. Whatever I pull, it just matches and matches. We have a double triangle. We have a complete twisted triangle, which I will explain as well, coming through the number 5. The number 5 is a spiritual body on the eternal plane. It is connected to the 555, which is quite an education with new crystalline grid. So let me pull out a last card and then get into the explanation where you can rise like kings and queens and residing really into the houses of light, grounding that, and really trying to understand what is this 36, that is the encodement of paying everything forward. It's a great centralizer. It's the golden chemistry, opening up with the Hebrew letter pay, meaning pay forward, remove the old, flow forward in a very fast way. That's the way you can do it. Everybody can do it because everything is actually an energetic transmission, especially when we come back to the blue way of truth, rising up into higher truth, accelerated to your individual spiritual development, with that always comes with team training, connecting with your team, knowing how, and allowing them to come to the crystalline grids that makes up $1 billion embodiment. And if there's any luck, then that's the luck of the spiritual body that needs to be set all the way into the omni beyond. And when we get there, because the portals are open, we can channel our own information, because most channels these days, especially in soul ego consciousness, deviate from the direct portal and connectivity, directly receiving information from the divine, which comes to green light go knowledge. The green way then transitions into the emerald way, which is a large database of information already stationed on light earth. We will not find that in soul consciousness. So here, the blue flame gives you the option to really move in with the Enochian keys, the keys of Enoch, and full development, opening up everything into 0 point balance. Because when we truly breathe through the blue way on an celestial, universal, etherical level, and we start to work with these technologies, then we will find that the automatization of this triangle opens up triangular equation, moving you beyond dual consciousness, which is the dumping of the soul, of course. And so you wise, you blow out soul, you blow out the astral plane, you blow out your birth chart, and then everything starts to open up for you, because that is the personal scriptures coming through when you incorporate the blue flow. Blue means your body, you breathe the blue way in very high level, always level up through, and you start to feel that flow of light parts. At least when you request it, reclaim it in the crystalline grids, birthed through a grander meridian click. If we look at the earth, north, south, east, west points, they are created to meridian points. And so the earth its axis shift is already shifting where the north point equals, or north point for a light body. This is the inversion of what we see. It's not on the top, it's on the bottom of that body. And that is where life gets very interesting, because we start to feel the flames, the light waves, anything coming through. And so here we also have the feathered structures in the behind, so in the back of the scenes actually. So here we can open up like any connection, guardianship, higher etheric realms, and so open up multidimensional light body, multidimensional consciousness through living light grid, like the blue way grid of truth comes, for example, through a blue kyanite gemstone that needs to be from Nepal. And when we breathe through the Nepal blue crystalline grid that holds the truth for the entire earth, then incorporating, breathing it, you start to feel that flow immediately. So that is very, very interesting. Apart from that, there is an invocation. There are crystals, gemstones by the masses, because these elements, especially when it comes to the fire, they suggest movement, transformation, presence, and especially the connection to Buddha consciousness that was long forgotten and manipulated. And right here with the right way of purification, I cannot, emphasize it enough to work with it on different levels for your particular transformation, purification, acceleration, for your circulation. That is a necessity in order to feel the light entering the body and opening your transparent vision. So the study, the alignment to the invisible way is massively important. You can have these, I have these alignment if you wish them, and you can check them out on all my Ascension courses, because the higher ways, such as the invisible way, is a training that will always level up, accelerate into higher consciousness for the years, incoming years. So there's no day without that quite invisible way. So that is quite an investment. Going through the technology, the alignments, the light codes I have out there. So here you can rewire with Bluetooth. I have the book, The Eye of the Divine Oracle deck, and the light codes, explanation, the meditation, the gemstones that flow with it. And so you can transition every day quite easily. That is for those willing to do it, or just connect to this light code, have that vision, have the invocation, have the rewiring, open up the gemstones and have fun with it. But make sure you feel that connection. When you don't feel the light waves through the feet, through the body, through the brain centers, then chances are the body is locked out and completely blocked from that level of integration of light we are at, which we can deblock while setting in the higher degrees of the higher light bodies that goes through the training all the way into the universal bodies, or the 12 universal bodies, celestial, celestial bodies. They all rise with these light codes. And that is very interesting, because if we really want to look beyond the scenes and actually wise into what is a necessity to understand what the divine is requesting from us, then we can easily also understand that many things will start to flourish. If we do our part, the divine will do its part as well, so to speak. So, and that is so interesting, because here we can rise with the practice of the information that is coming through with this beautiful light code that has already been opening up the higher purple triangle, and that is flourishing right now as we allow it to a double twist. That double twist can be seen as a metaphor for transformation. If you envision that double twisted triangle through the entire embodiment, and so it stands for stability. It brings you balance. It brings a foundation. It's one of the most potent, unshakable forms in geometry these days, because it evolves with where you are at. And so pulling the self in that triangle, breathing it through, have that purple triangle spin through the body. It opens up the journey. What we can see here is the black gold, is the black universe right now. It is the gates into the omni beyond, in the tunnels of light, opening here into in unlimited fashion. And so here we have that scarlet moving into purple or ultraviolet and vice versa, which actually fuels the transformation. So breathing through the design, which is a code, becoming one with it, have the imagination, getting these three ways, waving with it, and demanding the transformation with the purple colors, demanding the deeper colors to open up your higher philosophical avenues and open up the crystalline grids that announces the changes you are ready to embrace with truth. And so face your truth, stabilize it, allow any tension to flow out of your energy field. And so that means that we can command any distortions, any malfunctioning, any shortcoming out of the body, because in the end, it becomes that purple blue flame that we see in the back of the scene when applying both triangles. So it's quite accurate when we truly allow the self to move with that twisted forms that we call the spirals we see through the galaxy, allowing actually the dense forces to move out of the body. And the double twist also resembles actually the restructuring of our DNA into a higher light form. So when we look at the stars in the sky, and these are actually our sparks of light. And when we start to work with crystalline grids, that, uh, for example, if you put that around the body, you breathe that through, you lower to pulse, its vortexes through to spin in your perfect alignment with the divine. It can become very compact, and then the white and blue wave may flicker through that, becoming a star. That is how you can understand it, because in Ascension, we can bring our entire light body into a compacted form. And in the latter days, I actually never thought about it that way, but that is when this particular code becomes very interesting, because you can rewire yourself with that purple triangle. You can invite the code, you can invite the crystal gemstones working with it. You may be invited to go connect with some crystals. There are many crystals. You will all find them in the book. The rewiring, the encodement, the crystals to alignment, and allow your entire transition until Christmas, I would say. And so then a brand new era will open up, because the both flames are extremely powerful and potent. And in the end, it will open up into the long sought after eternal flame. And so reason why that red way and violet, everything between ultra red, everything and ultraviolet, comes together, squeezes everything out, opens the black portal. There is no void or such a thing that brings only like dumping and malfunctioning and lies and betrayal. Um, but anyways, and then it becomes very interesting, because if we pay it forward, this card is paying it forward. We have 13 vortexes pertaining to the lady sun. We have 13 vortexes pertaining to the gentleman sun, coming together into the one pillar, the one golden pillar, because both lady and gent need to rise back into the house of light, grounding its light on the planet right now. That is what many remember as Shambhala, Shambhala, Shangri-La, Lady Gent. And that is perfect balance. That is the higher coding into higher chemistry. And when the chemistry open, you can actually start to apply very easily the Hebrew letter Pei, or put it in the divine word Yod Vav. So when we split Yod Vav, Yod Pei Vav, bring the payment for it, bring the harvest in, command it. And we have to do that work. If we command it, we should expect it. Without expectation, the divine cannot manifest for you. So take that at heart. The divine needs to know that you are expecting it, that you are commanding it, that you know your level of truth, because your level of truth comes with your self-worth. And when your self-worth is in, then you can just sing that Hebrew letter, Yodi, Pei Vav He, Yodi, Pei, and envision a brand new world for yourself. So these light codes, as also explained to, we have them in the book. It explains the numerology, the toning, how to set that ladder in, how to rise with the phoenix, because all the rays actually need to rise in to the phoenix, because it is the greater vision, division of humanity coming into unity for the first time. And so you are responsible for allowing Unitarian means, meeting up with new people, connecting more and more in the hood as the old is crumbling. We will see a lot happening here on social media. We will see a lot through the news, but I would always say, make sure you set yourself firm in a crystalline grid. Get the foundation of light earth gridding in with your light body, your pillar of light, moving beyond the dumping and the um, breaking fields of the chakra system, and actually continue or set your pillar of light truly firm in the body wherever you go. Emit these light codes to the hood, become these light codes. It's recommended to learn all the Hebrew letters as well by heart. That is also a session I offer if you're interested in to learning the toning, simple toning, and you will stay density and the debris free, or disease free, or fear free, whatever. It's a time to rise above everything. And so every encodement can actually transform anybody very quickly. It's a matter of holding on to it. So your vibration can open up in the golden wings. The golden wings can open up to the higher toning of what I will bring out in the month of December. And that comes to resetting the harmony tones, the harmony codes, and on the guitar strings, because they have been manipulated as well. So better and higher songs will come out to higher level musicians, because this one opens with the white golden phoenix rising, and so you have that golden pulse. You allow the blue flame and the white purification of Christ light to move through that, and you claim your spiritual body, at least in the celestial universal settings, and then you have it all going, because it actually, the number 36, that is the eternal plane. It opens up. 36 means 3 plus 6 equals 9. 9 is equal to the eternal immortal plane, or where Lady Jen comes together, because that is plane 9 and 10 dimension. So when still struggling in 5 and 6D, that is because the soul rejects the movement into spiritual consciousness. The soul rejects the resettings of life, or this any other thing. But it's easy when setting in all celestial Shambhala universal bodies, and really move with that training all the way back in Shambhala. And therefore, these light codes are so easy. You can have a look on my website if you want them. The Eye of the Divine, or just subscribe to my newsletter. I will send you all the information, because it's a book you can apply every day. We can just, pull one card a day, and then focus on that card, focus on the invocation, on the meditation, on the colors, on the numerologies, and you'll be super duper fine. You'll have a lot of fun. It's a matter of doing it, allowing it, becoming the flames, and also seeing further than that light code. How can you pull these golden vortexes around you? How would you apply them? Start asking questions, start becoming a co-creator. We can pull that particular golden vortex all the way through the glands, pituitary, pineal, blending in with the diencephalon, that is moving in also with the thalamus and the hypothalamic gland that are responsible for your emotional body, rising out of the emotional body and blending these glands into your universal embodiment where you reside at serenity and peace. That is incredible. And therefore, true blue flame or truth is needed to be set in the body as a code to remember it, to envision it, to see where it goes through the body, because it opens any blockages, it removes these blockages. It can rise with the spiritual body. It opens up your high level empowerment to the right way. Spiritual body sets you safe on the planet, and when applying the chemistry with it and you flame that through, you command your new life, your newer days, your inspiration, aspirations coming true, and then you open that in a peaceful setting where nothing of the dense old world or forces and sources trying to capture you can enter your energy field. And that is where your life becomes secure, becomes fun, becomes what it should be in the eye of the divine. Thank you for being with me, and thank you for subscribing, and let me know what you think about these light codes. It's very interesting. Have a look at my website. You can pick a card over there as well, or you can purchase these cards. They will be sent worldwide. So that is what I have for today. See you in the next week. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. Thank you.